What's good, 12s? Your brothers and sisters in the emerald and blue are about to witness something that will shake the very foundation of CenturyLink Field. I mean, Lumen Field to its core. You think you've seen drama? You think you've witnessed heartbreak and triumph in equal measure? Well, buckle up because what's about to unfold will have you screaming at your screens, crying tears of both joy and sorrow, and questioning everything you thought you knew about this 2025 season. We've got three earth-shattering developments that are ripping through the Pacific Northwest like a Category 5 hurricane. And trust me, 12s, each one hits different, but they're all connected in ways that will blow your mind. First, we've got a defensive superstar who's carrying pain that no amount of money can heal. A 29 million man whose heart is shattered into a million pieces, yet he's still suiting up for us. Then there's a defensive monster who's literally carrying grown men into the backfield like they're children, proving that sometimes the best investments are the ones that seem crazy at first. And finally, a Swiss Army knife weapon that could be the missing piece our offense desperately needs. But will we pull the trigger? Hit that like button right now if you're ready to ride this emotional roller coaster with your 12-man family. Drop a comment telling me which story has you most fired up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you even doing with your life? The first revelation is going to absolutely destroy you emotionally. 12s, we're talking about a linebacker who signed the biggest deal of his life, who was supposed to be our defensive anchor, our middle linebacker savior, but life just threw him the cruelest curveball imaginable. Are you ready to find out who's been playing with a broken heart while trying to hold our defense together? 12-man, meet Ernest Jones. The 44 said the football our 20 or 28.5 million linebacker whose world just came crashing down in the most devastating way possible. This is the man we locked up for 3 years, the defensive quarterback we stole from Tennessee, the South Carolina Warrior, who was supposed to anchor our defense for years to come. But right now, he's dealing with something that makes every tackle, every practice, every single snap an act of pure courage. Ernest Jones 4 just lost his father. 12, his father. While we were all getting hyped about training camp, while we were debating whether Sam Darnold could lead us to the promised land, this man was watching his hero slip away. The pain in his social media post will haunt you. What's up, Pops? Man, I miss you more than words can say, and I know that won't ever change. You gave it everything you had, but God was ready to bring his guy home. Give me some time, man. I'm hurting. Get your rest, my guy. Can you imagine 12s? This dude went through the most stressful year of his career, getting traded from the Rams to Tennessee, then traded again to us. And he called it so stressful. But signing with Seattle meant everything to me, he said, because it gave him stability for his wife, Tyra, and his 1-year-old son, Quinter. He finally felt clear-headed after all that chaos. Finally had a home where he could provide for his family. Finally had a place where he belonged. And now this, the man who helped him become the person and player he is, gone. Ernest Jones IV had to miss several days of training camp for this personal matter. And when he came back, you could see it in his eyes. The 12-man family immediately rallied around him, flooding his social media with love. All the 12s have your back and are here for you, because that's what we do, 12s. We're not just fans, we're family. But here's what's going to blow your mind. This tragedy might actually make our defense stronger. Ernest Jones AF is playing not just for Seattle now. He's playing for his father's memory, for his family's future, for something bigger than football. Remember, this is the same man who put up 94 total tackles in just 10 starts for us last season, who came back from knee surgery like it was nothing, who owed this organization everything and was determined to pay it back. But wait until you hear about the defensive monster who's making grown men look like children in practice. 12s. You think you know what old man strength looks like? You think you've seen veteran leadership? Well, prepare to have your minds absolutely melted by what DeMarcus Lawrence is doing to our offensive line in practice. This 33-year-old 11-year veteran, four-time Pro Bowler, is out here making our 325 lb offensive tackle a Lucas look like a ragged doll. DeMarcus Lawrence, the man John Schneider gambled on after a Elias F. Frank injury, is literally hoisting grown men off the ground and carrying them into the backfield like they're grocery bags. At 251 lbs, this dude is moving mountains, and head coach Mike McDonald is losing his mind watching it happen. "He's the best drill player I've ever seen in my life," McDonald said, and coming from a defensive mastermind like him, that's not just praise, that's prophecy. But here's what's really got the 12-man buzzing. DeMarcus Lawrence isn't just dominating physically, he's transforming our entire defensive culture. Remember how we loved Bobby Wagner and Tyler Lockett for leading by example? Well, Lawrence is leading by example and getting in faces. When someone jumps offside in practice, he's barking. If you jump offside, get someone else in there. If they jump offside, they're not ready. He's literally coaching while he's playing. Leonard Williams, a certified monster himself, can't stop gushing about what Lawrence brings. The type of leadership and the mindset he brings to the team is phenomenal. He's a dog. He speaks a lot. He plays hard. He's going into year 12 and he's practicing harder than some of the rookies. When a player of Williams' caliber is talking like that, you know something special is happening. The skeptic said Lawrence was too old, too injury-prone, too risky. But Schneider just got a 4-year extension for moves exactly like this. This isn't just about pass rush anymore 12s. This is about building a defensive identity that will terrorize the NFC West for years, with Ernest Jones of 4 anchoring the middle with his heart full of purpose, and DeMarcus Lawrence bringing that legendary dog mentality to the edge. Our defense is about to become something special. But the final piece of this puzzle might blow your minds completely because it involves a weapon that could transform our entire offense. 12th man. What if I told you there's a do-everything weapon sitting out there in free agency? A player who could be the final piece that transforms our offense from good to legendary. What if I told you this player has a connection to our offensive system that runs deeper than you could imagine? Taysom Hill, the 35-year-old Swiss Army knife from New Orleans, could be heading to the chopping block with a 17-dive, $98 million cap hit that the Saints simply can't afford. They're embracing a youth movement they can save $10 million by cutting him, and he's recovering from an ACL injury. But here's the kicker that's got every 12 secretly hoping. Our offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, used to work in New Orleans. He knows what Hill can do. Think about it, 12s. We're living and dying with Sam Darnold in 2025. And while he showed flashes with Minnesota, he's not working with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson anymore. We've got Jackson Smith-Jigba and an Agent Cooper Kupp as our proven playmakers. But what happens when we need that extra dimension? What happens when we need someone who can line up at quarterback, running back, tight end, and wide receiver? Taysom Hill isn't just a gadget player, he's a nightmare for defensive coordinators. He can throw, he can run, he can catch, he can block, and he brings 35 years of football intelligence to every snap. Imagine the possibilities. Hill in the backfield with Kenneth Walker III, Hill split wide with JSN, Hill taking direct snaps in short yardage situations. The Saints used him to revolutionize offensive football. Why can't we? The connection to Kubiak isn't just professional, it's personal. They know each other's tendencies. They've worked together before. And Kubiak knows exactly how to maximize Hill's unique skill set in our offensive system. With our salary cap situation improving and our need for veteran leadership obvious, this could be the move that nobody sees coming, but everybody remembers. 12th. Man, this is our moment. We've got Ernest Jones IV playing with the heart of a warrior, honoring his father's memory. We've got DeMarcus Lawrence bringing Hall of Fame intensity to every single practice. And we might just add Taysom Hill to give our offense that missing spark that could light up the entire NFC. Smash that subscribe button if you want to stay locked in on every single move this franchise makes. Comment below and tell me which of these 3 stories has you most fired up for the season. And share this with every 12, because this is the kind of drama that defines championship seasons. The 2025 season is about to be legendary 12s. With hearts full of purpose, veterans hungry for glory, and potential weapons waiting to be unleashed. Are you ready to witness greatness? The question isn't whether we can compete. The question is whether the rest of the NFL is ready for what we're about to unleash. Let's go, 12s. Seattle, this is our year.